Hey, what's up, guys? Peter here, multi-GR. We just arrived back in our hotel. It's 6:30 in the morning right now. We essentially pulled an all-nighter for 6 hours straight. We were at the internet cafe. It was really peaceful. There was probably a couple people there max. All five of us were up. We after hearing the news of us facing China for the first round, we completely pumped ourselves up and made it clear that we want to win as many rounds as we can on them. And at the end of the day, they're humans as well, so we pushed ourselves this whole night. We got to see the sunrise. Our Black Widow has a lot more structure now, so we'll see how it goes, but we're not writing off our team yet. Other than that, yeah, Roth is a little bit tired. He might want to go to sleep soon, but we got the tournament starts at 11 o'clock in about 4 hours. The bus is going to pick us up, so we're hungry too. We haven't had any meals yet. We're going to go to KFC or something probably. But yeah, the big teams are here. I got to meet up. We were both chilling out with Jordan Gilbert, Fraud, Danny, Tyler was there, Storm, a bunch of nice guys, eh?
Yeah, man.
Good group of guys. So we were telling them a bit about Crossfire, and I was talking to Fraud specifically because I've watched a lot of his demos on Dust 2 back then when I was really into CS. So we were talking about how Black Widow compares a bit to like Dust 2, and we asked him a lot of questions, like when it comes down to it, if you have a chain going of wins on T side, would you change it up
And
to
a lot of
risk being countered?
circumstantial questions.
Yeah.
If this happens, and what's the best way to counter this, and just a lot of circumstantial questions.
Exactly.
And they provided a lot of good insight.
Yeah.
And we sat down today, and we took a lot of that in, and we definitely tweaked our game plan to accommodate the type of style that we're expecting the other teams to play.
Exactly. These Asian teams are very aggressive. They're not like the typical team where they're going to be at the same place that you expect them to be. They micro very well. They're very good at being kind of elusive, and they're aggressive. They like to be aggressive on at least one part of the map. So you're never going to see a completely passive Asian team. We faced Vietnam, Philippines, Japan, Indonesia. So they all have a relatively same style, but they work together really well. You know what? Going into this, I didn't think the Asians had a lot of good teamwork. Personally, on T side, I don't think they have that much teamwork at all, but on CT side, they're very good at being elusive. That's what it all boils down to. So we've completely revamped our structure on GR side, I like to say, for Black Widow. We have a good 5 solid strats that each focus on a specific part of the map. So I don't want to say anything, but it should be a pretty exciting matchup between us and China for sure. We're going to do a lot of ballsy things that will hopefully surprise people and just make it entertaining game. Yeah.
Right from the get-go, we got something up our sleeve.
We want to set the tone. We don't want China to set the tone on us. We need the first round. And I have a feeling, mark my words, whoever wins the first round will win the half. So that's what I'm hoping. I hope we start GR side. I hope we win the first round and we will carry it on like that. But nonetheless, this is the best team in China. These are the 5 best players out of 2 million players. So nonetheless, we've watched a few videos of them, and of course they have elite shots. But other than that, we're going to go to KFC now, right?
Go get some food, probably come back here, get some more sleep,
Yeah.
and then off to the event, opening ceremony, and it all kicks off when we finally get this tournament started.
Exactly. So our match is at 8 p.m., right?
I believe we're playing 8 p.m. Chinese time, so it'll be 8 a.m. Eastern time.
Exactly. So we have a good 12 more hours until the match, but we just left the internet cafe and we see other teams going in, so I don't know, I hope it's an advantage because it's a little bit packed in there. So we were in good solitude and we worked on a lot of things. So nonetheless, these are very good teams. They're all very good teams. So we'll just see what happens.
Not only that, they all have the LAN experience that we don't.
Exactly.
And they've all been teams for a long time. We've been a team for quite a long time, but this is the first time we got to sat down and sort of go over strats as a team in person. And as you can imagine, it's like so much more productive to have everyone there and everyone sort of just bumping heads together to see what works best, and just sort of brainstorm that. So I think that definitely is going to make a big difference in our gameplay.
And all these Asian teams, they usually land together. That's what they do. They go to an internet cafe and land together. I've talked to 3 of the different countries, and that's what they enjoy doing. It obviously shows because we weren't communicating as much as we should have during the practice scrims. We didn't have ventrilo going on because it's really loud in there. So nonetheless, we still had a good fight between all of them. But again, I don't want to say I'm worried about China, but the intimidation factor's a little there. But nonetheless, we're gonna do the best we can. So yeah.
And we're also hoping that kind of plays in our favor. I mean, everyone, including them, probably is expecting a pretty one-sided match. So when rounds start going our way, I'm sure it's going to depreciate their morale quite well. And at the same time, it's going to boost us and jack us up pretty well. So
exactly,
we're hoping that plays to our favor.
The first rounds count significantly. You only need 5 rounds, obviously, to win the half. So it seems like a much shorter game. So as soon as we get countered, we have to think of an anti-strat against them ASAP.
Anti-strat a lot, and we notice that China does a lot of anti-strats too. So
definitely,
it's going to be a game of just unpredictability.
It's going to be a very entertaining game. But anyways, we have to go now. The whole team's waiting. So yeah.
All right, cheers.
Peace out. Cheers.